child or creature. Once a person went to a church, and many of them seek to convert people through emotion and not reason, and this is a mistake, since we can read in Romans 12:1, that God wants a rational worship. And true believers believe for reason, understanding what they are following. But churches that see emotion can say that those who are not children of God are creatures. Why they were created. But such preachers are wanting to make a system of humiliation on those who do not follow what they think they should follow. Is it that we are either children of God or creatures? If we read in the book of James 1:18, we have that those who are children of God are the first fruits of his creatures. In this verse, first fruits means importance. So are God's children God's creatures? According to the verse, the answer is yes. And if we read in Colossians 1:23, we have that the gospel is preached to every creature under the earth. So let's think, on the back. If a person hears the preaching, then he is a creature, so in order not to be a creature, should he not hear the preaching? See how crazy it would be to say that he who is a son of God is not a creature. Paul says that those who hear the preaching are creatures of God, so whoever hears the preaching is also a child of God and also a creature of God. And if we read the letters to Galatians 6:15, it says that the important thing is that man becomes a new creature. If the important thing is to become a new creature, then if you stop being a creature, then you cannot be a new creature. See, Galatians quotes that it is necessary for those who follow God to be a new creature. So it is not pejorative to be a creature. And being a creature does not define that one is not a child of God. There is only one being who is not a creature. This is God. All others are creatures. A man once did not know how to say who God was to other people, and God himself said to him how to describe God. We can read this in the book of Exodus 3:14. It says that God describes himself as I am. But what does it mean? Usually when we talk about the name of God, that name is nothing more than a description, which means the existing self, that is, the one that exists by itself. So he is the only one who exists by himself. All others were created by him. And if we are created by him, we are all creatures. Now that we understand that everyone is a creature, we can now analyze who is a child. When it comes to children, we can also analyze that everyone is a child, but in that case it can change who the person is a child. If we read John 8:44, in this verse Jesus speaks to those individuals, that they were children of the devil. Jesus did not say that they were creatures, he said that they were children of the devil. Thus we saw that all are creatures of God, and God is the only being who is not a creature. We can also read in Matthew 13:38, in which he says that the tares are the son of the evil one. So we have that all are creatures, but some are children of the evil one. And how do we know who is a child of God and who is not a child of God? We can read at 1 John 3:10, who does not practice justice, and does not love his brother, he is not a son of God. Thus, to be a child of God you have to practice justice, and love your brother. We can read several texts, but the foundation is that the Son does similar to the Father. So to be a child of God you have to have the will to do what God does. We must know that many people try to create sentimental factors to deceive people, but God's servant is rational. He can accept that we are created, and therefore we are creatures, and he can accept that God is the only being who is not a creature. But the Son of God looks at what the Father does, and tries to do like that.
If you are looking for more content from different areas, visit the reformadorstacog.com website. News and detailed content can be found. With system of research and organization of text and video.